While it's fun to do RV projects, there may become a time when you want to sell your RV. And a modified RV might be something a potential buyer might be wary of. After all, we have seen some scary modifications people have done. To alleviate the concern of a potential buyer, the more professional the modifications seem, the more likely they may be to buy the RV. And a big part of that is properly documenting not only your changes, but also the documentation that the factory left out. In this video, I will detail how I document my RV. First, if you're the original owner, you should have received a packet with the RV that has all the various owner's manuals in it. We have an overall owner's manual, and we have a packet that consists of all the OEM devices that were installed, such as the gas range, the SureFlow pump, and so on. After all, the typical RV is mostly just an assembly of third-party equipment, everything from the water pump to refrigerator, and these should be part of the packet. The good news is that if you're not the original owner and you did not receive such a packet, most manufacturers have their manuals online. So you can download them and print them out if you need to. So my first step is to ensure I have all of the manuals for my RV, both the original equipment and equipment I've installed, and download the missing ones. Once that I have all the documentation organized, I like to put them in a binder. And for the binder, I like to use this pressboard style cover. And this is made by Eco, and it really holds up a lot better than the standard loose leaf one do. I usually like to have little dividers like this. That way I can put the document in sections. The first section I like to put in a modification list, and this has a detail of every modification that I've done. And in the second section, I put in a summary of each modification, which is a paragraph or two, just a real quick description of each modification. And in the third section, I like to put in details. I start out with the control panel upgrade, the changes to the control panel, how to use the light dimmer. This is kind of like a quick start guide, I guess you could say. And it's usually 1 page or so of each device. And here's the water alarm, and so on. And then the next section, I would normally put in all the background information for each modification, and I've documented that on the website. So what I've actually done is taken the website contents for each project, and I've put them on just a SD card, because this would be an 8-inch thick book otherwise. So everything goes on this SD card that does not fit in this binder. And in the section after that, I put any of my missing manuals if I have room. And in the next section, I will put in things like the wiring that I've made changes to. Here's a description of what I call the Grand Design stripe. And this is just where they're explaining it. I also have the original build sheet for the RV, and this shows the date that it was built, the VIN number, all the weights and capacities and everything. And here's also a receipt for the axle and spring upgrade that I did, showing the cost and the part numbers and everything that I had installed. And then finally, in the last section, I put common passwords that really don't have that much of a need to be secret. For example, here's the Bluetooth codes for the Victron monitors, the door lock combination, the outside entertainment combination lock, the remote lock for the Lippert remote, and so on. Documenting your RV may be less extensive than mine, but you get the idea. Not only does this provide a peace of mind for a potential buyer, it can be also handy for your own needs, because as you get older, you forget stuff. And we've completed our document packet. And just like we said, we have first the little zipper with an SD card in there that has all of the documentation from the website. And then we have all the different sections, plus the owner's manual, and stuff them in here. And I actually bought a second one of these, so I put all the various OEM manuals in here. So there we go. This video is approved by Leo. Visit rv-project.com.